Hi, this is your host, Dr. Agnes Cabredo, for another lesson on good English. This time, we have the presentation of the topic, How to Coach Teachers and Professionals in the Preparation and Delivery of Speeches and Other Literary Pieces. Now, what are the important things we have to consider in the preparation of a good speech? First, there is the articulation. It is a process which one has to use in order to project one's voice and also to open one's mouth enough to project the right pronunciation and the right pitch of the voice. How does it go? When one articulate, we see to it that we pronounce syllable by syllable. How does it go? For example, the word Roman, we have 2 syllables. Now, how do we pronounce it? So, row, we articulate it by counting 10 for 1 syllable. And to make it easy, we usually stretch our hand to mean 1 syllable. Okay, so let's try. Romans. One stretch. Then man. Man. Say it now. Roman. Kaan. Tree. Man. Countryman. And lovers. Lovers. Project it with the right sound. Lovers. So, let's say it now. Romans, countrymen, and lovers. Let's continue with another line. Hear me for my cause. Hear me for my cause and be silent. Romans, countrymen, and lovers, hear me for my cause, and be silent that you may hear. With this technique, if you stand on stage, you will be heard and understood by the last man standing at the end of the hall without microphone. Believe me, you can try it. So that is articulation. And if you're going to prepare your speech, you go through each. It's a tiresome process, a painful one, but just the same, go through it and you will be assured of good pronunciation and excellent voice projection. And next you have to consider is intonation. Where do you raise your voice in a sentence? Usually, you raise your voice on nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. But as I said, if these 4 parts of speech are in a sentence, choose only one, at most 2. Don't raise your voice on all words because you will sound like a barking dog and you don't like it. So, raise your voice on 1. So with the address, Romans, countrymen, and lovers, Romans, countrymen, and lovers, all were emphasized. But no, the most that you did emphasize was Romans, countrymen, and lovers too. Hear me for my cause. Hear me for my cause. 2 words. So, a speaker decides which words have to be emphasized, but you never give emphasis to articles. Only to parts of speech such as nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. For questions which are answerable by yes or no, and your voice with a raised intonation. Is it raining? Are you enjoying? Are you learning? Yes, all yes. Would you like to see us again for another presentation? Maybe not, so still raised. But when your questions start with who, which, where, when, drop your voice at the end of the question. What time is it? Who is with you? How did it happen? How much money do you have? So in this speech, you will also see who is it that would not be a bondman? Who is so vile that would not be a Roman? Okay? Drop your voice. And of course, there's such a thing as voice contrast. When you end a question with a raised voice, the next sentence should be a little less volume and lower pitch. And of course, the last is in the delivery. We now pass on to the delivery. Be conscious of your stage presence. Posture, erect, chest out, stomach in. Position, your feet should be parallel, slightly apart. See to it that you will not be in a swinging position, but stabilize yourself by putting your weight equally on your 2 feet. If you want, you can also make 1 step forward or 1 step backward. You don't really have to move a lot in a stage. If there is a speaker stand, please do not lean nor embrace the speaker stand. But do not let your body touch the speaker stand, maybe 1 inch or 2 away. But do not rest your hand on the speaker stand. The most that will touch the speaker stand would be up to the wrist. But again, do not lean on it. Then you are ready to deliver. So, let's be reminded of your articulation, your intonation, and your questions. Romans, countrymen, and lovers, hear me for my cause and be silent that you may hear. Believe me for mine honor, and have respect to mine honor, that you may believe. Censure me in your wisdom, and awake your senses, that you may the better judge. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar's, to him I say, that Brutus' love to Caesar was no less than his. If then that friend demand why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. Had you rather Caesar were living and die all slaves, than that Caesar were dead to live all freemen? As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There is tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, and death for his ambition. Who is here so base that would be a bondman? If any, speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so base that would be a bondman? If any, speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so rude that would not be a Roman? If any, speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so vile that will not love his country? If any, speak, for him have I offended. I pause for a reply. This speech of Brutus is taken from William Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar. If you remember, in Roman history, there was a triumvirate: Julius Caesar, Mark Antony, and Brutus. Of the three, the shining star was Julius Caesar. On one occasion, when Julius Caesar went to the forum to report his conquests, there was Brutus, who prevented him from making such a report. Before he reached the speaker's stand, Brutus stopped him, and this put an end to his life. Did you learn something? I enjoyed the delivery as much as you perhaps did. So please like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you